My video for May the 12th, 2019 is video number 3083. The title is a question. So, where are we now in the present moment? The present moment. Is it only this very instant? Or is it a short time range that includes what we are doing right now? Right now, I am sitting at the computer creating the blurb for my next video. A short while ago, I was taking my blood pressure just after I woke up. I have by blood pressure instead of my. I don't know why I missed those things. Before that, of course, I was asleep. Before I went to bed, I checked the messages on my computer. And before that, I was out dancing with my friend. How far back can I go for it to still be considered the present moment? If all I did was sit around and contemplate, I would be doing nothing, and nothing would get done. What about the day before yesterday and plans for tomorrow? In other words, what is the time range allowed for things to still be considered the present moment? What if I was planning on getting married? Details have to be arranged, right? Any number of plans come with details attached. So what exactly is the present moment? As I ponder this, I find a dilemma. In fact, it is virtually impossible to conduct our lives only in the present. There's a continuity that cannot simply be escaped, even when we meditate. In fact, the mind keeps working, whether subconscious, sleeping, or conscious, waking. The more I think about this, the more confusing it seems to nail down. Now is and must be broader than only this moment. Ah, the impasse. Oh, I was in such a state of bliss yesterday morning when I woke up from that dream. That dream was I was in the present moment, but there was still a continuity of time that surrounded the present moment. How big uh, how big a surround does there have to be for it still be to for it to still be the present? I, I had this wonderful idea after that video, and I came and I got my other video up and wrote the blurb for that one. I was just in a state of bliss, but it's not a real state. Yeah, it's a real experience, but it's not a state that you can stay in. We live in a three-dimensional world of time and space, and if there's a world beyond time and space where everything is in the now moment, then nothing ever gets done. Everything is nothing. And the impasse, the dilemma. How do you figure this thing out? How should we then live? I do agree with people that say it's not good to keep dwelling on the past and all the pain and everything else that you feel or felt. I shouldn't say feel because the past is felt, right? Yeah, I agree that we have to move on, but we also have to make plans. That's part of our lives. And to me, it's an inescapable part, whether we're in three-dimensional reality or whether we're in a higher dimensional reality. And of course, it's hard for me to even imagine what a higher dimensional reality would be from this dimension because they don't relate to each other. There's, again, a divide, an impasse. The paradox. I want to feel bliss. Bliss is wonderful, and I think we all do. But I also realize that we cannot escape pain. When I started using the magnesium oil on my feet, was supposed to help stop the numbness, I was in another dilemma. Do I try to stop the numbness? Or do I have to put up with this incessant itching that was driving me mad and actually getting little cuts and stuff on my ankles from scratching my feet? You know, where do we go? How do we figure out what it means to be alive, even? What it means to be living on this planet. This planet, of course, as it seems like a very dark place depending on where you look. Now, are we not supposed to deal with the issues that are present? They exist. Many people are dying. Some very unpleasant deaths, being killed by tyrants, being killed by people that are on a blinded mission that they're supposed to eliminate some enemy that they don't even know. That they don't even know. But what is knowing? You see, every statement that I make, I can come back and question the statement. Who, what are enemies? What is the present moment? How do we get beyond the dilemma of living a human life? Do we have to die to get there? I'm sorry, but I can't accept that answer. Then why be here at all if there is where everything is good? Why put up with all the BS here if the whole agenda is escape, getting out of here? Do you see what I mean? There is no easy solution. And people that come up with solutions that are easy are often states of denial from my perspective. They're not paying attention. My friend that I used to sit with on Monday nights and listen to music with, all of a sudden died. Nobody even knew he died until odors started coming from his apartment. Then people realized something's wrong. Then the police came and went into his apartment, and he's dead. I don't know whether he was dead in the toilet, dead in bed, dead on the floor. I don't know. I don't have that information. But he wasn't alive, and he was starting to smell. But he was gone. All that was there was a lifeless body. Rigor mortis setting in. Life is a mystery. It's one paradox after another. And it's not easy to live and to find solutions that actually work. We can't put our heads in the sand and make the world go away, because we're in the world now, in the present moment. We're right here, right now. And now, as I said, is not a present moment. It is a continuum of experience, a continuum that goes on whether we're in this world or some heavenly plateau. Because if there is no continuity, it's not real. Life is continuity. It's a connection of the past to the future. And we're all living it in the now. Thank you for listening, and namaste.